had their back the whole way. Can they do it against Northern Gaming, the dynasty from Europe? It will be Mocket in the blue, Northern Gaming in the orange. Get up and get loud, Wiltern. It's game day. Let's go find ourselves a champion. It'll be Turbo Pulse and K-Dop off the kickoff. Remco wins it out first. Can he get the early goal? Northern Gaming strikes first.
Setting the pace immediately. We see a heavy cheat from Remco. He goes right up the moment it dies. Mystic went left, Remco went left. Favored Remco heavily, and now we see Northern Gaming taking an immediate lead.
Northern Gaming over Mocket in 3 seconds. He used all of his boost, just laid it on, hit the ball, and they've got the lead. Northern Gaming to see if they can extend it to 2 right here. Devo puts it in. Northern Gaming looking like the team that just knocked out NRG, up 2-0 right now over Mocket.
11 seconds in, 2 goals up right now, looking great for Northern, but they have quite a hill in front of them. They have to win at minimum 8 games to be able to take this home, but they're starting off on a good foot.
This is double elimination, and Mocket coming through the upper bracket only has to win 1 best-of-7. Since they have never lost, they have to lose twice to be defeated. Northern Gaming with their work cut out for them, but if anybody can do it, it's the boys in blue, Remco and Devo. Passing this one out across the field, Turbo Pulse over to the side. Now Devo will follow it up in the air, looking to drop it towards the net, but cleared away by Mocket. Remco on the retreat. Turbo Pulse to set up in net. K-Dop takes the shot, missed again with a finish. He does not make contact. It'll be Devo who's in the corner, who's able to try popping it up, leave it for Remco. Fairy Peak though on the wall, creating a lot of good interference. This will extend the offensive here for Mocket. Can Mystic get there in time? He'll put it to the goal. It'll bounce off the post and it'll go out. Mocket stays scoreless.
That must hurt. What a fantastic play from Mocket eSports. Fairy Peak in the corner to try and push that out, but Mystic was unable to get that tight angle, but they have kept this pressure on.
Devo rotating back. K-Dop comes up in the midfield, takes a shot towards the net. There's Devo with the block. He'll drop it towards the net. Mystic catches it in the midfield. Mocket keeping his offensive going for a while now here in game number 1. K-Dop put it on the backboard of Remco with the follow-up. Mystic lurking in the midfield. He's circled 3 or 4 times, just looking for an opportunity. He'll go up, he'll put it in. Mocket's on the board.
That contest right there is what made it. Fairy Peak trying to go up for this. Remco did get a touch, but it actually ended up putting Turbo in an awful spot. It was unfortunate for him. Mystic still keeping his head aware, trying to pay attention to the field, goes in to secure the goal.
Yeah, Mystic doing that cook sword lurk in the middle of the field, just circling around, waiting for an opportunity, sees his opportunity and strikes. Mocket eSports now on the board. Only a 1-goal game here. DFH. K-Dop will go up over the top of his teammate. Devo meets him in the air and drops it to Turbo, who passes to Remco. Shot onto the backboard. Devo up for the finish. Drops it bottom corner. It's 3-1 Northern Gaming.
Even with a double commitment, they don't get punished for this. Devo and Turbo going up for this. The nice trap from Turbo. He thought he could have had it. He actually may have still gotten a good touch, but Devo had the angle for the hard cut to the bottom.
3:10 left to go. An exciting first few minutes here of game number 1. 4 goals already scored in our grand finals. Remco with the carry. Is this going to go all the way? No, Mystic pops it up, but this is still in a dangerous position. Turbo pulls it, drops it into the box, and K-Dop clears it away. Now Remco back out to Devo, taking the shot off the crossbar. Turbo pulls it in with the finish. Northern Gaming is toying with Mocket in game number 1.
7 shots, 4 goals. They're in complete control. You can see that first shot from Devo forcing Fairy Peak to try and make an attempt at that save. The crossbar shots are so hard. You don't want to let them bounce, and you might even be a little unconfident if it's going in. He tried to make the save, couldn't get there in time, left the net wide open.
Mocket Gaming looking completely flustered here right now. But again, remember, they have 2 series to get this figured out. If they will drop this first best-of-7 and then win it in the second one, they'll do it. But game number 1, it's not even across halftime, and it already looks over, Carpet.
All right, well, this looks interesting. But we did see Mocket eSports lose heavily to NRG in the first game. 6-0 in the first game, and they brought it back without even thinking about it. Immediately the second game, they start to come back. So I will not be surprised to see if this does not predict how the rest of the series goes.
K-Dop will play this one over the top of Turbo. Pulse will take it towards the net. Devo in place will get the save. Fairy Peak will try to continue the offensive with the lateral clear. Remco now towards Devo. Driving it onto the pitch. Mystic now. Back down. Fairy Peak and K-Dop in support. 3-man offensive right now for Mocket. Down by 4. Might as well. Turbo Devo and Remco able to push it back into the blue corner. 3 men fall back for Mocket. Fairy Peak to put it high. Mystic in with the follow-up. He and Fairy Peak up there together. At K-Top as well. 3 players in the air. Remco will get the save. Savior medal there for the veteran player, the team captain of Northern Gaming. Devo to take the save again. Pounding shot after shot right now are Mocket, but nothing more, nothing that Northern Gaming can't handle right now.
They have 8 shots, but they just can't seem to find the back of the net. They're working in pairs. Mystic, can he find K-Top? He does, but Turbo will interrupt.
So much pressure. Great passing right now from Mocket, but the defense of Northern Gaming running like a well-oiled machine. As one player moves out, the next one comes in, and it's always somebody in the way. Remco right there as Fairy Peak took another shot. So many shots right now for Mocket, but only 1 goal to show for it. Fairy Peak in the back. Lofting this high, K-Top up to try and finish it. Takes a shot towards the net again. Excellent placement, but Remco in the way. I'll play this one out to Devo. So much time this ball is spinning right now on the orange with no goals to show for it. As the final minute approaches, Northern Gaming has to be feeling good about game number 1.
Only some threat coming from these Mocket pushes. Northern Gaming seem confident and in control. Even when they're retreating, they're still playing solid defense.
Remco and Devo over on the side. Fairy Peak taking the shot. There, Mystic there towards the net. Remco will block it away. And the question is, what does Mocket Gaming need to do against Northern Gaming? I believe some physical play could really help, because right now they have to be able to break up the defensive rotations. Northern Gaming is making no mistakes on defense. They are saving absolutely everything that Mocket is throwing at the net. They have to find a way to interrupt that.
It is really difficult for Mocket to starve them on boost, but you are right. I think some bumps would help, but again, you're dedicating a lot of players when you go for demolition. Turbo Pulsa, another one. What is happening to Mocket right now?
21 seconds. Northern Gaming could make a statement here with a Brazil in game number 1. Man, I wish I knew for certain that we had never had a Brazil in the grand finals. I want to say we never have. I don't remember one, but I don't want to second guess myself. We might get one here in game number 1. What a stylish way to start off would that be? K-Top will play this one into the middle. Remco in the air. Down to the side, Devo into the middle. He's gonna try and finish it off. Final 10 seconds. Get to Brazil. Turbo pulls a shot. Will just go off the top of K-Top. He'll block it away. Devo has the opportunity. Turbo pulls a lurk in the middle. You know they want it. They're trying to go for it, but Fairy Peak will shut it down. Can Remco get there? No, they'll drop that one onto the ground. Brazil avoided. Northern Gaming, though, still takes game number 1.
6-1, but like I said, just as we saw against NRG, Mocket lost the first game 6-0. Even worse than that, and they still came back and took it without any kind of falter in the next games following. So, Northern Gaming now, they still have to bracket reset. Again, they came from the lower bracket. This team has a much larger fight ahead of them, but they seem in so much control. Mocket eSports did put a lot of shots on, but like you said, they're not able to starve them out on boost, and with no bumps and no physical play, although we did see a couple of attempts, but they didn't really connect. Then it's just leaving Northern Gaming to play defense, which clearly they're doing well.
They're doing very well. K-Top and company, they're able to put up 11 shots onto the net, and only one of them resulting in the goal. Perfection on defense from Northern Gaming here in game number 1. So we'll see what they're able to do here in game 2. I think this game 2 will be very, very telling. As we said with the series against NRG, there's too many NG teams in this league, right? NRG took game number 1 6-0, and then game number 2 so much closer, went into overtime. We saw Mocket pull off the win. If Mocket is able to bounce back here after this loss, again, we're going to have a crazy 2 series on our hands.
We really are. And just a friendly reminder, remember, Turbo Pulsa is a substitute. He is the substitute for Northern Gaming, and they only used him in their final game in the regional playoffs, in the 3rd place game, which they lost. So the fact that he's been able to fit so well, here they are in the finals. He helped bring Northern Gaming farther than they've ever come at LAN. They've only made it to 3rd place, and here they are one step further. Can they finalize it out? Will they be our grand champions?
If Northern Gaming is able to become the grand champions, that'll mean that 2 out of the 3 seasons of RLCS has had a sub contribute to the winning of the grand championship. As game number 2 gets set, Northern Gaming on the defense. K-Top trying to make the clutch solo plays in front of the net, does not connect. Turbo Pulsa will clear, but Fairy Peak now in. Devo over to the side, Remco to follow. Get it past Mystic, lofted high, he and Devo trying to move up together. It'll be Fairy Peak in the air. Does not connect. Turbo Pulsa again. Able to clear it away. Now Devo up to the corner. Mystic over the top of him, over the top of Remco as well. Just Turbo Pulsa in the back. Mystic with support. He'll take the shot. Turbo Pulsa plays it back up high. Fairy Peak in to try and finish. Drops it down. Cleared. Devo gets the save and will stay scoreless in the first minute.
Fairy Peak came alive in the NRG series, and it seems that he is keeping that. I can't even think. Sorry, I completely just lost my words. Too busy watching this game.
Dude, words are hard. Games are amazing. Fairy Peak into the side. Devo into the corner now. Single alternating touches right now on each side. That means it goes back and forth a lot. Mystic will get the save and K-Dop the clear. Now Mystic up to K-Dop. See Devo interrupt. Keep that ball on the blue. Gotta pass Fairy Peak. The defense from Northern Gaming, even when it was a 1v2, Turbo Pulsa makes the play he needs to. Fairy Peak comes in, makes a clutch shot, and Devo makes the save.
Look at the midfield passing, or just the midfield interceptions from Northern Gaming. They're constantly there. And it's making sure that Mocket is unable to follow up their own passes.
Devo now have an opportunity. Turbo Pulse will come in and take a shot. Mystic upper corner, cleared away. Now Devo to continue to wrap this one around. So much pressure being applied by Northern Gaming. You see Turbo Pulse lurking at the midfield. Not rotating back far. Always keeping that pressure on. Getting those midfield boosts, going up for their own corner boosts. Using the boost starving strategies. Will drop down Remco with an opportunity. He'll get chased out by Mystic, bumps him away, back passes. I should just loft instead. Remco will try to move forward. It'll be K-Dop back over the top of the team captain. K-Dop, Mystic on the side, looking for the pass. He'll just take the shot instead. On the backboard, nobody home. Fairy Peak will drop this one through, and Mocket strikes first.
Two going for it, and this is the counterattack that we saw them pulling against NRG. K-Dop forcing Devo out. Turbo taking out Remco himself. There was a bit of a lapse in judgment.
Yep.
Two going for that save when in reality you should have let one. Remco probably shouldn't have stopped in the middle, maybe let Turbo come from the back with momentum, and he took his spot. But either way, Mocket will take the first goal of game number 2.
Great way to play for Mocket here. They finally see a chink in the armor of Northern Gaming's defense, and they immediately capitalize on it now with the lead here at halftime in game number 2. Remco, can he do this by himself? He draws up 2, the savior coming out for Fairy Peak. 3 saves already in this game. Turbo Pulse is gonna have to play this one smart, but Fairy Peak's shot goes wide. Dodge the bullet. It was excellent coverage from Turbo Pulsa as well. Remco on the wall, misses this. Devo on the midfield, pops it high, buying Turbo Pulsa some time, but they need to fall back quickly. So the sub will move up, get the clear. Fall into the 2 position as Remco moves up to challenge. That'll be Devo sweeping in. Sending it to Turbo Pulsa. Soft touches from both of the Northern Gaming players, and now Remco downfield. Turbo Pulsa looking for a shot, and it'll transition over to Mocket's control here. They'll push up, see if they can extend their lead.
You say Fairy Peak staying back, trying to contest when he knows he can, but he did just get outplayed by Devo in the corner, and now it's looking dangerous for Mocket.
Mystic with the dribble plays. Remco to back pass. Devo misses and going all the way into the corner. Remco moves for boost instead of going straight to net. This opens up the goal, but Mystic not able to gain ball control. We'll just back pass. We'll see some resets on both sides. Ball at midfield. Remco in the air, following through. 50-50 drops onto the goal line, or onto the midfield line. Devo takes the shot, and Mystic gets the save. So many saves right now on both sides of the ball. As Fairy Peak puts it back out to midfield.
Mystic has no boost. There's not much you can do from here. They're getting starved right now. Devo just took the corner and a pass to the middle.
Is he going to steal this one as well? He does. The boost starvation continues here. Northern Gaming keeping this pressure on, exactly what they need, but with 1 minute remaining in game 2, still down by 1. Northern Gaming has yet to find the back of the net. Turbo Pulsa looking for the pass to Remco. Mystic still there, able to clear that one away, and they'll be able to move out and reset onto offense. This is exactly what Mocket wants. They want to be up and keeping the ball in enemy territory. Do not allow Northern Gaming to have any opportunities to tie this game up. See if they can tie up this series here. Turbo Pulsa taking a shot high. Remco to follow through. Can he drop it in? No, it'll go wide, and Fairy Peak will carry it away from Devo. He puts it back into the corner, and Turbo Pulsa rotates in. He'll go to take the shot. Devo, oh, there was no one in goal. Turbo Pulsa could have shot, but it does not connect on anything. We're still a 1-goal game with 15 seconds. Devo trying to make the carry, but K-Dop over to the side. Now Turbo Pulsa into the middle. Devo just has to let it roll, but Fairy Peak, oh, he needed to touch it just a little bit, maybe off the hood of his car. 4 seconds remaining. Fairy Peak will flick this one high, puts it all the way into the orange corner. They're gonna make this as hard as they can. It'll touch the ground. Mocket eSports ties up the finals.
1-1 now in the series. Mocket eSports barely keeping that 1-goal lead. 2 opportunities completely missed by Northern Gaming, which is both good and bad. It's bad because 1, you missed.
Yep.
But it's good because that means that's a pretty easy thing to fix right now. You're not fixing major positional mistakes, and you're not fixing major decisions. Small little mechanics that we know these players are capable of. It's a matter of keeping your cool and being able to take the shot.
And after game number 1, Mocket able to have a completely different game. This is exactly what we saw with NRG. We had them get beat there 6-1, and then they come back 1-0. Such a slow, methodical game here, capitalizing on a single defensive mistake, and we see Mocket tying up the series. And remember, for Mocket, this is a 1-series win right now. If they take 4 games, they are the RLCS champions. For Northern Gaming, though, they're going to have to do it twice.
I think confidence is playing huge. Fairpeak, this is his debut here in RLCS. Just altogether, even in league play, here he is now almost, he's like 1 spot away at least from being the grand champion. But at the same time, he asked for the interview, and I was joking with him a bit backstage right before we casted Mocket and NRG, and I was like, hey, it's going to be a fun Game 5 game, right? You're going to give us some exciting stuff? And he's like, nah, man, 3-0, we're going to take this. So he's so confident, even though this is his first time here, not just at the RLCS, but here on stage in front of an audience with so many viewers, and he's still performing so well.
Can the rookie help his team do his part to carry them to victory? Mocket's looking for their first RLCS championship. After being so close last season, they'll try to do it again here. The entirely new roster of Fairpeak, Kadop, and Mystic. Remco downfield. Devo on the side. Kadop and Fairpeak now trying to push through into the orange. They'll get it across. But Devo with the hard clear. Mystic back down into the corner. A miss from Fairpeak on the rotation. Devo lofting this one high, and Fairpeak will be able to get it out of goal. What a long clear. He's going to try and drop this one through. It drops down in front of Kadop. It goes off the post, and Turbo Pulsar will let that one rotate. Devo moves out quickly. Mocket keeping the offensive going for a moment before they fall back. Now we'll see Northern Gaming on offense.
What an awesome threat to put up in the first 30 seconds. Mystic confidently going up, nearly placing that into the top corner.
Devo high in the air. Kadop gets there first. And Fairpeak, 2 50-50s, one out entirely by Mocket squad. The bump onto Remco. Great positioning, great setup there by Fairpeak. Just no one applying enough pressure to put it through. Mystic shot, a beamer, but Turbo Pulsar is there. This one's going to go wide, and Remco will pick it up on his hood. Gets demoed on the wall by Mystic. This opens up so much space for Kadop to move forward, but Devo immediately filling in Remco's shoes on the backboard. They'll be able to gain ball control. He's looking for Turbo. He sees him, knows he has options, but Fairpeak, so much support behind him, can tackle outright, and this gives ball control right back to Mocket.
Oh, Fairpeak tried to demo ball, Turbo, but he was still able to get the save somehow.
Mystic had the opportunity, not pull it all the way through. Now Remco, Devo. Devo moving up in the 1 position. Bounces over the top of him. Mystic tries to push it through Remco, but he'll put it back up onto the side. Now Turbo Pulsar lurking at the bottom, trying to go up a Fairpeak. Intercepts. Such a short pass to intercept as well. He'll get that one through all 3 players. Remco rotates in and wins out that 50-50. Now Devo, not a lot of support. Ball drop back at midfield. There's Remco to Devo. They've got this one in a good spot here. Turbo Pulsar airborne to try and drop it back in the box. It'll drop straight down in between 2 Mocket players. Turbo Pulsar pushes it out. Where's Devo? He comes in from the side, takes the shot. It bounces off the crossbar. Remco in the air to try and finish it off. Turbo Pulsar in with the follow-up, but nobody else able to make the contact they need. Will stay scoreless, Carpet.
They still have control, though. Remco wants to push this towards the net, but he follows it just a little bit too much to the left.
Devo, shot towards net. Mystic with the block. I'll try to carry this one through. Pass 1, Turbo Pulsar over the top. Fairpeak back out to Kadop. Pass up to Mystic, shot towards the net. Quick transition from Mocket, it'll drop into the box. Fairpeak back out towards Kadop. Remco will get the save. Kadop over the top, uncontested. Devo to Remco. Fairpeak to play this one high. Turbo Pulsar continues to follow it, looking for Devo in the middle. He'll put it off the backboard. Kadop able to get it off the bounce. Gets demoed for his efforts. 2 minutes remaining after a brilliant shootout. Just like so many goals, 7 goals scored in game number 1. We've had 1 goal scored across 2 games so far.
Watch how Mocket starts to clear from their own half, always working in pairs. Mystic actually getting bumped by Turbo up to help Fairpeak. But they always try and come out as a pair because they know that going alone they'll always get contested and they may lose the 50-50.
Okay, up. into the box. Mystic looking for an opportunity. Sharking into midfield again. Fairy Peak moves up, takes the shot. It bounces off the crossbar and out. Devo now on the wall to try and set this one out, but nobody moving up to pick it up immediately off of his touch. Now Remco out to Turbo Pulsa. There's a good pass, but interrupted by Mocket. Dropped back onto the hood of Devo. What a read from the defensive position to try and move this one back out, and Remco will get it past Fairy Peak. It drops onto the midfield line. No one really with a solid opportunity to score just yet. Approaching the final minute is going to be a silver goal game again.
Both teams need to be careful of how they clear as well. Clearing placement is so important right now. You don't want to just give up possession to your opponents. A demolition from Remco.
Do it. He drops it into the box. K-Dop's there. Turbo Pulsa misses, but Remco, no, it's Devo again. He misses again. So many opportunities, but not able to push it through. Remco had rotated back on defense. You do not want the breakaway to be the difference maker here in Game 3. 3 players stacked up there in the corner for Northern Gaming. Turbo gets it past 1 and past Mystic here. This is a good opportunity as K-Dop tries to rotate quickly to help his teammate Fairy Peak. But 30 seconds remaining here. And what is going to happen? Any team could take it here in regulation. We might go to overtime 0-0. Turbo pulls in, trying to get it from Mystic. Cannot get it through. With 18 seconds left, Devo takes a shot. Remco up, applying pressure here at the end. Go big or go home. They're going to try and put it all the way through. Turbo Pulse's shot will pinch off. Devo now onto the backboard once more. Defensive positioning from Mystic drops towards K-Dop. Just playing keep away. Do not allow this to cross the net. Remco with a great setup. Devo in the air onto the backboard once more. Where's Turbo Pulsa? He's not there to be able to put it through immediately. It'll drop and we'll have overtime in Game 3.
Will accuracy be the plague that shuts down Northern Gaming? We've seen so many opportunities just go to the sides, to the top, just a little bit off. They're not able to finalize a lot of these shots that they've been taking.
That's 2 games in a row that we've seen them just barely not be able to score the goal they need. Can they do it right here in overtime? Devo with the shot. Fairy Peak up to make the save. On the back heels, doesn't matter. He keeps the game going. Next goal wins. Turbo Pulsa out. Devo in the midfield, but K-Dop will send it away. Now bouncing back down. Remco onto the backboard. Devo already upfield. He's out of boost and he'll fall back. But that threat meant that Fairy Peak felt he needed to clear, and Turbo Pulse is able to keep the pressure going. Northern Gaming still with ball control in enemy territory. Come up behind Fairy Peak, back towards the goal. K-Dop needs to get there. He's not going to touch it. Turbo Pulsa, in the most inopportune of goals, makes it happen, and Northern Gaming wins Game 3.
And that's just a result of boost starving. You saw Mystic, Fairy Peak, and K-Dop struggling to pick up anything. They were coming so far out of their half just to pick up some kind of boost. And now Northern Gaming give themselves a 1-game advantage in the first series.
I think it was really interesting, the end of that game, you saw Remco put it onto the backboard and it bounces back down towards the rest of Maka Esports. Northern Gaming Devo is up in the box, and Fairy Peak feels like he has to clear hard because Devo's positioning threat. Devo actually falls back, he's out of boost, doesn't want it, but because he clears it like that, Turbo Pulse is able to move up and keep the pressure on. That play gave Northern Gaming the win here. They now lead by 1 game in our first best of 7.
And if you can keep yourself in your opponent's half, you can take all the boost in the world, and that's why a lot of times we see these shots and these long drives of aggression are what slowly break these teams down. You just want to dismantle the defense. You take shot after shot after shot. They're either going to make a defensive mistake or they're going to eventually not have enough boost to start dealing with the stuff that you're throwing their way.
We had 12 shots total in this game. Only 1 goal to show for it. So much defense on both of these teams right now. Really playing the turtle game, really trying. We even saw Northern Gaming pressing up, having their third be positioned at the midfield line, being as aggressive as they can, going for the boost starving plays. It ultimately works for them. But even given that super offensive style of play, Maka Esports did such a good job keeping them out of the net, only losing that game by 1. And Game 4 will move back on the Manfield. We will see, can Mocket tie this one back up? In Game 4 of our first best of 7 of the Grand Finals. Mocket takes the win in this best of 7. It's all over. If Northern Gaming can do it, we'll go to a 2nd series. We saw it last season with Flipside coming from the lower bracket, beating Mocket twice in the Grand Finals to take the title. Mocket will look to get revenge, see if they can do that this time. Mystic just wanting to get revenge on his teammates from Northern Gaming, who dropped him after last season. There's a shot onto their net, but Devo puts it high.
Nice drop from Fairy Peak.
It was Devo, the player that replaced Mystic, blocking out Mystic's shot. Just across the field, Devo upfield now. Turbo Pulse does not make contact. Ball makes it all the way into the blue corner. K-Dub with a lot of space, will try to move it forward, but Devo intercepts in the midfield, back up on the wall. Now Mystic back down. Turbo Pulse is shooting through the defenders. Fairy Peek's there, he'll be able to play that one away. Remco to try and set this one around. Offside, Devo, opportunity again. Every opportunity it seems right now that Northern Gaming has turns into a 50-50. The positioning from Mocket, breaking up every offensive opportunity. Even though the ball is spending so much time in the blue right now, there have really not been that many opportunities to score. Turbo Pulse will let this one drop down. Now Mystic out to the wall. Remco's there. Again, it's been about a minute and a half. The ball has barely even crossed into the orange. Northern Gaming applying so much pressure to Mocket. Turbo Pulse will wrap that one around. Mystic, Remco up to take a shot. K-Dub's there. He'll be able to play it away, but Devo now in to take the shot. That one will do it. The demo on Fairy Peek seals the deal, and Northern Gaming scores.
Northern Gaming's been waiting for the opportunity. You see the weak clear from K-Dub, and Remco decides to take out the second goalie while he's at it. Mocket's been doing a great job of stacking net, and what's the best way to deal with it? Just blow one of them up.
And the midfield defense, nearly 2 minutes of offense here from Northern Gaming in game number 4. Finally, the ball will touch the orange backboard, and Devo will try to clear it away, but Mystic has other ideas. They want to tie it back up. It's dropped in front of an empty net. K-Dub will shoot. Oh, it was so close. Devo came flying, and it doesn't matter. We got a tie game.
Curious to know what happened here, but Turbo and Remco both went up for the save previous to that. Devo had no choice. Surprised he went up for that, knowing that Fairy Peek could either try and make the hard cut in the angle. Chances are he's not going to make that shot, so he's going to hit the backboard. Fairy Peek, good luck guessing where he's going to hit it. So you probably wanted to stay on the ground and take it from that, but either way, he was stuck in a really bad position.
He actually made the right decision, too, trying to go for the mid-goal shot. Mid-goal block, rather. Does not make contact. Very, very difficult shot to block. Turbo Pulse going to carry this one off the ceiling. Bounces back down in the midfield. Remco now onto the backboard. After 2 minutes of offense, we saw Northern Gaming score, and then it only took like 15 seconds of offense from Mocket to tie it back up. Mystic going to try and extend that here, see if they can get the lead here in game 4. Turbo Pulse lurking at the midfield. Remco had to rotate. They'll come back into the middle. Now Mystic off the walls. Turbo Pulse a shot towards net. Fairy Peek with the save. Defense from Mocket holding on strong. Again, 2 minutes of offense they held on before Northern Gaming was able to push it through. Turbo Pulse now in front of the net. Mystic with the long clear. We saw rotations earlier from Northern Gaming, so Devo will be back here. Be able to clear that one pass 2. Can he get this one around? Going for the bump on the Fairy Peek, just to hope that he can get him away from the ball.
You see how quickly he bails from that as well. They're trying to play safe. Even though it's a tie game, they're doing a great job of just waiting for the perfect opportunity. Turbo with the shot.
And Fairy Peek with the save, the savior medal for the rookie here. He's able to get that one away. What a play. The defense from Mocket holding on strong. Remco drops his one. Turbo takes the shot, and Mystic stops it on the goal line. Fairy Peek will clear it. They'll keep the offensive going, but my goodness, this defense from Mocket is unstoppable.
So close to over-predicting that. It barely caught the wheels of Mystic as he tried to pre-jump that, but that first shot, an almost incredibly fast pass from one Northern Gaming player to another.
Turbo in the corner rotates as Devo moves up. A lot of 50-50 wins right now, helping keep this offensive going for Northern Gaming. They take another shot. It bounces off the crossbar. Devo in to put it back into the box, and Turbo will put it across the field. No shot comes through from Northern Gaming. Devo will put it back again. Mystic in the middle, finally cross into the orange for the first time in like 2 minutes again. It's been basically 4 minutes of extended offensive from Northern Gaming, and yet we have a tie game due to the efficiency. Fairy Peek will get the save once more, keeping us tied up. What can this guy not block?
Only a few shots from Northern Gaming are actually a threat for Mocket Esports, but as we know, and as we've seen from them so far today, their counterattacks are insane. Northern Gaming needs to be careful not to allow them to gain control too quickly.
That roll from Turbo. We finally saw the breakout opportunity there for Mocket, and Turbo just slams the ball on the ground. It rolls entirely back into the blue corner. We're back where we were just a moment ago. Mystic and K-Dub in the corner. Turbo pass 1. Now bounce off the wall. Remco with the solid clear. Fairy Peek will try to buy time by lofting it. Mystic comes off the wall, he misses. That could be the opening that Northern Gaming needs. Remco, can he get the touch? It does not make contact, it'll end up in the corner. Devo misses it. Fairy Peak going for the dribbles. Can he do it in regulation? K-Dop with the shot. It is wide. Will it touch or will they carry it? Fairy Peak back in the middle, but Mystic was over on the side just looking to keep the ball lofted. We'll go to overtime in game 4.
Turbo, smart on him to let that go. I'm sure they wanted to potentially end it while they could, but I know they're strong in kickoff. They have to make sure they don't let any early shots on. A lot of teams seem to struggle getting those early boost pads.
They have to figure out what to do with Fairy Peak. He is shutting down everything they want to do on defense right now. So you see 3 players in the corner, Remco to punt it high. Devo turns and Remco gets set up in net. It'll be a Remco out to Turbo. Taking a shot towards the net, it's wide and Mystic gets the save. Devo taking another shot. K-Dop blocks it away. This defense from Mocket keeping this game alive. Even the team passes are being blocked right now. Northern Gaming doing everything they can. They're going to have to go for the demos. They're going to have to go for the bumps right now. As long as they allow Mocket to rotate, they are not getting anything through.
Mocket does not have a lot of boost right now. 2 of them have 0 or 12. Can they finally secure it? No.
Both Devo and Turbo Pulsa miss. Remco went for the zone. He got the block. Now Fairy Peak tries to get the shot, but Turbo Pulsa saves it away. Can they get the transition? Here comes Remco over the top of Mystic. K-Dop in the air will play it away. And then Turbo Pulsa will try to pass over towards Devo. Here Remco out into the midfield. Turbo Pulsa's there, but K-Dop interrupts. Devo with the save to the side. What a perfect save. Getting the clear as well. And Remco. Devo on the side. Pressure in the corner. Tried to zone out Turbo in the net, but he is undisturbed. Devo on the side. This is the longest offensive we've seen from Mocket, and now Northern will break away. Turbo in to take a shot. Blocked. Minute and 30 of overtime right now. Feels longer than that from how fast the shots have been coming out on both sides now. Turbo with a long shot from midfield. K-Dop with the save. He's going to look to set it up his teammates again. Keep the offensive going. Remco in the air. He'll finally break. It took the team pass, but Northern Gaming is now up by 2 games.
Finally, 2 of them with almost no boost. Only 1 left had some. Mystic also backflipped, probably in a panic since he didn't have enough boost to try and pre-jump that. And after so much effort, Northern Gaming doubling, maybe even over doubling. I didn't catch it how the last one registered. Nearly over doubling the shots for Mocket eSports.
They had so many. 2 savior medals came out from Mocket here. 5 saves from Fairy Peak. A monster on defense. Mocket eSports leading the league in savior medals and in hat tricks, actually, which is interesting because those would seem like opposite stats, but it just generally to me means Mocket has exciting games where they are on one side or the other. And right now Mocket playing the defense of their lives, but it's not enough to hold up to the 13 shots there from Northern Gaming.
13-5. So much more control from Northern Gaming, and we've
1 goal difference.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this since season 1. If you don't want to get scored on, your best opportunity is to try and shut off the shots before they ever happen.
Yes.
The more you're defending from net, the more difficult it's going to be. You're going to expend more boost. You're going to sometimes need to react maybe preemptively, which is always a risk because you never know where they're going to shoot. So if you can close off the angle, close the gap between you and your opponent with the ball, because they have a harder angle to shoot from. They have to get it around you, and you have a better chance of getting a 50-50 potentially in your favor, especially if you can ensure that your hit comes just after theirs. You'll make sure that it goes in their half. But the more shots that register on net, the more difficult it's going to be for you.
And this is exactly the sort of thing that Northern Gaming is doing. The midfield defense, there was at least, I don't even know how many minutes of offense there was for Northern Gaming. It felt like the entire game was Northern Gaming on offense there. We'll see if they can keep it up here on Urban Central rather. But they have 3 wins. A win here gives them the win in the first best of 7. And we will go to a bracket reset. Northern Gaming looking strong, but Mocket eSports has been nipping at their heels every single game other than game number 1. And they can easily bring this to another game, or even a game 7.
Remco with full control.
Fairy Peak over the top. Towards the net, Turbo Pulsa blocks it away. Mystic back down towards Fairy Peak. K-Dop looking for an opportunity, looking for the pass. Now Devo down to Turbo Pulsa. Remco in the back. Wait this one patiently. Hoping Devo would pick it up. Bit of confusion there on the side. Mystic gets demoed. He'll spawn back on defense. We see Turbo in net. Ball spinning now. So much time in the orange. First minute or so, entirely offensive for Mocket. After spending so much of their game on defense, they put the pressure on here. Finally, we see Northern Gaming breaking out. Can Turbo Pulsa make it happen? No. Mystic will clear it away, and Mocket back on the offense. Devo with a clear. K-Dop to try and drop this down. Now Remco goes off of his corner. He'd been able to get that one on target. It would have dropped in. Turbo Pulsa trying to get it around, not there. Remco now trying to get through basically no opportunities to score here for Northern Gaming as Mocket has done a complete 180 on them, has been keeping all the offensive pressure on Northern Gaming here. Remco, that demo on the K-Dop, almost opening up the opportunity, but Devo now off the backboard. Can Turbo go? No, he doesn't like his opportunities. Remco comes in with the shot. Mystic gets the save off the ground. Are you kidding me?
Mystic able to get there just in time. That is only the second shot so far this game. Both being huge threats. These teams right now are just waiting for that perfect opportunity.
3:10 left to go. Game number 5. Turbo Pulsa with the save away. Mystic's shot onto the backboard gets some speed added to it by Devo off the bounce. He'll take a shot towards the net. Can Fairy Peak get it? He does. This guy's defensive wall, just a monster in net, keeping him away. Remco will rotate, full retreat there from Northern Gaming. Devo comes up, tries to put it on the backboard. K-Dop interrupts. Turbo Pulsa comes up, keeps that pressure on. It's on the backboard once more. He'll go up, Devo as well. Nobody making contact. And for like the 3rd game in a row, we're in a cross halftime, still scoreless, Carpet.
I cannot believe it has still been so low, but I'm also not surprised. These guys want to play safely, especially Northern Gaming. They have such a lead right now in this series. They don't want to throw it away.
Turbo Pulsa, Devo on the side. Remco getting bullied in net by K-Dop. Remco now lofting. Bounces, sending it back to his position in the 3rd. Devo towards the backboard, K-Dop and Mystic both up. So drop in front of the box. Turbo Pulsa comes in to try and keep the pressure on. Fairy Peak and K-Dop, a bit of confusion it looks like on defense for Mocket right now. They're not really sure who's going to go for the clears. Devo looks for the pressure. Open net, can he double tap this in? Oh my goodness! The Oceania region named that move after this player, and look at him perform here on the world stage.
Reading Fairy Peak's first touch, what is that? An absolute monster. We saw him pull this out in his debut in Season 2, and he continues to impress us every single series.
The confusion on defense from Mocket. They weren't sure who was to go, and so they make a lot of soft touches. Devo capitalizes on the confusion and gets the lead here, but another shot comes through. Fairy Peak, he can do it on the defense. Here he comes on the offense.
A quick answer, and the only person on his team with shots right now. 3 shots for him. I don't know how he got so much power on that. Incredible touch to the corner.
My goodness, Fairy Peak playing like a veteran player right now in his first appearance in a grand finals. What a guy. So tries to take the lead there. Turbo Pulsa will get the Savior medal. 1:37 left to go. It's all tied up here. A win for Northern Gaming would send us to the bracket reset. This shot going near the net, but Turbo Pulsa will wait this one patiently, dribble it out. Gets it past 2. Lofted nicely in front of the goal. Devo goes up but does not make contact. Mystic will get the clear. And now K-Dop. Drop it back down towards Fairy Peak. Turbo Pulsa airborne much earlier than the Mocket players. They'll put it back in the corner, looks for the second one. Devo back into the box. Remco just rotating on that 3rd line right now. Playing a lot of defense right now for Northern Gaming. Team captain allowing Turbo and Devo, players who are just on fire right now, to do the work on offense.
Oh, Mystic went for that from a weak spot. Now they might be able to turn it on. Remco with a shot. Mystic forced to make a save, but he does so.
Gets that one away. Despite being bullied in net, K-Dop has this one into the box, takes the shot towards the net, but Devo says not today and sends it away. 45 seconds remaining, still tied up as Turbo makes the save.
Both teams starting to get fired up. Now we see the shots coming. Finally, 4 shots for Mocket, 5 for Northern Gaming. Woo. Oh, Fairy Peak nearly putting that in. He is seriously shining today.
And Mystic has to clear this one to the side. This is entirely a breakaway for Northern Gaming. 30 seconds remaining, still tied up at 1 apiece. This is every game right now, Carpet. Devo in the corner, just contesting. Remco set up in net. Mystic will try to push this one through. Oh dear, open net. Can Turbo get there? No, K-Dop puts it in. 15 seconds left, and Mocket has the lead.
You don't need to put on a lot of pressure if you can force your team to make mistakes too going for that. I don't think Devo should have even made that attempt. He must not have been told that somebody was in net. He got cleared out by his own teammate, leaving the net wide open. With only 15 seconds left, Mocket pulls in the lead.
Now, if Mocket pulls this one off, they have to win 2 more games to crown themselves the champions. But as that ball makes it past the last line of Northern Gaming, the chances of the buzzer beater are slim. This one will touch the ground. Mocket eSports takes another win. We'll go to game 6 in our first best of 7.
Mocket still has 2 more to win, though, and with the confidence that we've seen out of both of these teams, and incredibly low scoring. Surprisingly, only 1 point pretty much between every game aside from that first one, which I guess Mocket likes to just let the other team do their thing, maybe to give them some false hope.
Sure. I mean, Mocket right now, Fairy Peak, playing like a player that has been here so many times. This guy on defense and on offense, making everything happen for Mocket eSports as they have now taken their second win here. They need 2 more to be the champions. Right now, Northern Gaming only needs 1 to send us to a bracket reset.
And when you look at both these teams, you have a brand new RLCS player going against a team who's using a sub that they didn't use all season. I can't believe that both these teams made it here all the way to the end. It's so cool to see. And Turbo Pulsar, who we all thought was pretty quiet, apparently behind the scenes had still been playing so much. He plays a lot of North American servers, and apparently they all just let him do his thing because he's so good, even with the ping, which means he's still such a strong player. Northern Gaming knew this. I believe from what I've heard that they knew that they might be missing Maestro by the LAN.
Sure.
So I think they deliberately made sure they had a sub that was confident and a sub that was competent enough to stick with them. But who'd have thought that Turbo may have even been the star for their team?
We'll see if he can pick it back up here. 1 more win is all that they need to pull it off and to send us to the bracket reset. I'm excited to see if they can do it. We'll find out here as soon as we get into the game. It'll be on Urban Central night. Northern Gaming 1 win away from the bracket reset. Mocket eSports needs 2 more. Such different weight on these teams here. K-Dop takes an early shot. Turbo Pulsar with the save. They were so close to doing it in the last game, and then Fairy Peak shows up and carries his team to victory. See if Northern Gaming can pull it off. K-Dop over to Fairy Peak. Get the dribble past 2 players and the demo onto Turbo. Perfect setup there. Mystic will take the shot. Remco gets the save away. It'll be Devo who cuts in front of him actually and gets the clear. Now Fairy Peak in the air. Devo pushing it away. Mystic putting the pressure on another shot onto net. 2 games ago, this was the teams were reversed. It was Mocket eSports trapped in their own half.
Oh, that went unanswered.
Very close to going in. That one just barely bouncing off the corner.
That went unanswered for so long. Mocket need to be careful. They did have a lot of aggression early on, and Northern Gaming are clumping more than usual. Hopefully they'll be able to spread out as this game continues.
4:03 left to go. Another quiet first minute here. Game number 6. Remco, Turbo in the air. Able to try and put it past Mystic. Remco now with the shot downfield. K-Dop does not make contact. Mystic now carry this one through. Both teams again playing so quiet. As you said, Northern Gaming does not want to give up another easy win. They do not want to give it up here. Remco and K-Dop in the back. Can he fake him out? He's got Mystic coming in from the side. K-Dop can easily just tackle this and he'll get it away. 3:27 left as it goes in front of the net. Devo will put that one through. Northern Gaming's in the lead.
Mocket approached this first shot so well. Mystic stayed down, K-Dop went up for it, but then they both tried to chase it into the corner.
Yep.
They went from a great decision to a terrible one. You don't want to follow into the corner, especially when no one can replace, and Devo gets a wide open shot on net.
The story of this series has been the defensive lapses. Which team is able to play the perfect defense, because the offense has been so strong on both sides. You have to make no mistakes. The moment you make a mistake, you're getting scored on both sides of the ball. K-Dop will miss that one. Turbo looks for an opportunity, but K-Dop to play it over the top. Fairy Peak to Mystic. Shot downfield, quick transition onto offense. Turbo pulls it back. Devo lurking to steal enemy boost. That'll leave up with a lot of space here. Mystic looking for an opportunity. Fairy Peak to turn quickly. Keep the pressure going for Mocket. Mystic in, going for the fake, but Turbo pulses there. This one will go uncontested to Remco upfield. Where's Turbo? He's messing with Mystic in the corner. That'll be Turbo back up again. Devo looking for it, not gonna find anything he likes. Mystic gonna play it back out to midfield, but Remco's there, keeps that pressure on. Now Northern Gaming is starting to get back into that groove we saw them in 2 games ago. Can they keep this pressure on and extend their lead? I feel like since game 1, we haven't had a lead of more than 1 goal in any game.
And both of these teams heavily respecting each other's skill. You can tell they're timid by the lack of 50-50s. No one's contesting anything unless they know for a fact that they have it. Oh!
Turbo, it goes off the post. It bounces back out. That could have been the 2-goal lead, but Mocket holding on right now. Well, thank their lucky stars. It bounces out. K-Dop goes up to take the shot, but misses. Turbo now coming from the back. He'll drop in front of Mystic. Turbo to shove it through. It does not go in again. 148 left to go. Still 1-0 in favor of Northern.
Mystic did get demoed there, so he did have to reset, but I think it gave him some boost. I believe he was fully starved, so he will respond with a bit of boost as well. Turbo putting that on target just to force the defender out.
Fairy Peak will get the clear. Devo to try and drop it through. Now Remco in the back. It'll be the K-Dop Mystic duo who puts it back out to midfield. Devo looking for the dribbles. Fairy Peak now. K-Dop rotating cleanly on the defense. They'll look to transition to offense here. Remco just looking to buy time. Back across midfield. He and Devo moving out. Remco in support behind the star shooter. Fairy Peak with a long clear down. Turbo over the top. Basically what we call ping pong happening here at this point, where they're both just counter clearing back and forth. Neither team wanting to be the one that breaks out, but mock it. And the point where they need to score, and it was this man right here who did it last time, Fairy Peak. Can he push it through one more time? Or will we see the bracket reset? He's in the air, does not make contact. It drops down. Turbo Pulsa alone on the side. He'll fake out Mystic. We've seen him do this before. Over the top of one, it'll pop out into the middle, and Fairy Peak has an opportunity, but Mystic's there first, downfield. And Remco with the clear. K-Dop with the shot again. Remco goes for this one. Devo backs off at the last moment and grounds himself. Final 30 seconds of gameplay. Turbo down the field. He's going to try and make contact. Does not touch it. Fairy Peak and K-Dop on the side. Fairy Peak goes into the middle to try and get the goal, but it's not there. Open net for Northern Gaming, but Devo able to get it through the last defender. Remco takes another shot. It goes wide. In the final countdown, if they hold on here, we reset the bracket. We'll do it all again, folks. Turbo Pulsa has ball control, but there, down the field, it'll ground itself. Northern Gaming will take the win. We'll take the bracket reset. They win the first best of 7. We got to do it one more time.
Now, just to clarify for everyone, this is a double elimination bracket, and Northern Gaming had lost earlier today, so they needed to come back up to the lower bracket, which means they need to win twice. Since Mock eSports are undefeated until right now, they get a second chance.
Yes.
The next series tells it all. Northern Gaming, Mock eSports, last series of the day. Who goes home with the trophy?
We will find out. These guys are playing so tough right now. So many games decided by one goal here in this best of 7. And I can't imagine that the next series is going to be any different. These guys are all playing so close. I doubt we'll see another blowout game.